I'm Carly Miller at the University of Illinois, and the topic of discussion today is the phylum Chordata and the subphylum Vertebrata, of which you are a member. So you are a vertebrate, and we will be discussing the specific characteristics that define this phylum and this subphylum. And the reason why we would like to go into depth with this is because we are kind of marching through geologic time, and we're observing that organisms are getting more and more complex, more organized, and generally more sophisticated. So there are three common characteristics that the phylum Chordata exhibits during their ontogeny, which is development from the embryological stage through adulthood. And the first of those common characteristics is the presence of a hollow dorsal neural tube. And what that is it basically comprises your spinal cord and your brain, so your central nervous system. Secondly, there is the presence of a notochord, which again, that's just some kind of axial support going usually up the dorsal side of an organism. So it's providing support for that organism's body. Lastly, it will exhibit gill slits, which is a way of drawing in oxygen from your environment, and even you have exhibited gill slits at some point during your embryological stages. So that is the third common characteristic that an organism in the phylum Chordata will exhibit. So if we're going down in taxonomical hierarchy, we're now in the subphylum Vertebrata, which is a member of the phylum Chordata. And these organisms also exhibit certain characteristics. And the primary one that distinguishes a vertebrate from an invertebrate, for example, is that the notochord, which again provides that axial support, is surrounded or replaced by vertebrae. So those vertebrae can be actually composed of a softer cartilage material or hard bone. And so that's actually important to consider because if we think back to how an organism is preserved in the rock record, those soft versus hard parts could introduce a bias in the fossil record. So an organism with a cartilaginous vertebra or vertebral column may not be as well or as accurately represented in the rock record as a really robust, hard skeleton would be represented. So what we need to consider moving forward when thinking about the organisms as they emerge and radiate through geologic time is that any organism in the subphylum Vertebrata will exhibit these features. And so that's just something that we want to keep in mind if we're thinking about fish, to tetrapods, to amphibians, to mammals, dinosaurs, and all the way up through modern day humans.